Hi everyone, North Texas Prepper here, formerly Fired Up Prepper. And I just want to do a quick recap of my trip to Sam's Club in Plano today. Not my usual Sam's Club. Normally we go to the Garland one, but last night I was just looking to see what they had in stock or online. And I just noticed that the Plano location tended to have a few more of the items that I was looking for in stock in the store. So I went up there. So anyway, I got up there about 5. They open at 10 o'clock a.m. on Sunday. And I got up there about 5 minutes till or so. And there was probably 15 to 20 people standing in front of the store waiting, for it to open. And my first thought is, I'm wondering, all I'm doing is topping off, things that we need, that we want to prepare for the CV. And I don't know how many of those people were there doing that, or how many were just there doing their regular every week Sunday or their once a month Sunday Sam's shopping. Neither here nor there, I guess. But number one, no mask. No one's wearing a mask. They're all standing within 3 to 6 feet of each other. Why not be like me? I sat in my car and waited for the doors to open and waited for it to clear out before I went in. It's not like it was wrapped around the corner and there was a herd of people that was going to be running in there. I really feel, my take on the situation, my opinion, is that until there are confirmed cases in a person's neighborhood or in a person's community, people are not taking it seriously. It's just another flu. It's going to pass. Only the old people are getting sick and dying, yada, yada, yada. It's very naive thinking. Very naive thinking. And many people will come to regret it, I believe. And I hope, I'm not saying I hope that, that the thing goes bad and does terrible things, but we don't know yet. We see the numbers now. We see how the numbers are exponentially growing and spreading all over the United States. Almost every single state. Most countries now have reported cases. But anyway, so I was going to top off some things. There was some things I was looking to get was some vitamin C. They have a couple different ways. They got gummy vitamin C's. They got drinkable vitamin C's. So I was wanting to pick up some of those just to kind of help to boost the immune system. Now, my wife and I have been drinking Zeal from Zervita, which is an all-in-one nutritional drink, going on 9 years. And very rarely do we get sick, or I don't even remember that we've ever had a flu. Maybe a little something for 24 hours or something like that, but never a full-blown flu or anything like that. So it's really good stuff. There are so many good things in it. It just can't help but help you. So for overall health, we take that every single day, sometimes twice a day. But I want, they say that vitamin C is to boost the immune system, so we definitely wanted to do that. So it showed online that they had the 2 items I was looking for. I was able to get those. I got some Pepto-Bismol for stomachs being upset, indigestion, diarrhea, that type of thing. I got 1 package of that for $3. I think it was $14.45, I think, or something like that. I got a 15-pound bag of baking soda. I know that sounds kind of funny, but there's so many uses you can use that for around the house and health and everything else. Then those were snackies. I got just our regular bath wash. I got a 2-pack of the regular bath wash. I got 1 2-pack of the alcohol, 1 2-pack of peroxide, which I've already got probably 4 of each, but I seen it, so I grabbed a couple. I found some alcohol swabs. Don't even know what they are, but it was $7, and I'm like, I'll grab them. Just for the medical kits. And then then he's here. Oh, I got some B12. Someone said get B12, so I got B12. Never know. You know, the B12 was actually $18.98. But you got to remember, there's like hundreds of these tablets in there. So, I mean, Vitafusion, whichever one that was, the Pepto. There's the Pepto, $15.68. It was 3 bottles in there, so they're like $5 a bottle. I got a 2-pack of Vicks Vapor Rub. That's always good to have when you're congested, you're stuffed up, you can't breathe. I always feel like I sleep better if I'm having an issue like that, where I just put some under here and it helps keep your sinuses open. I wanted to get a bottle of Tylenol, the extra strength, heavy duty Tylenol for cutting the fever. If somebody gets it, just load them up on that and just get that fever broke. There's the Emergen-C. I bought, now here's the thing. They had restrictions on water purchases. Normally we buy 5 to 10 cases of water. It's $2.98 for 40 bottles, like 16.5-ounce bottles is normally what we buy. They didn't have that one, but they had, I think it was the Nestle's brand, and it was $3.98, $1 more for 40, but whatever. 3. So I was just going to pick up 3. We bought a bunch of water last week. We already had a bunch of water. So I was just adding a few, right? Just kind of topping things off. And I put 3 in my cart. I wasn't paying attention to the signs. I get up there when I'm ringing out. It told me that I was only allowed to buy 2, so I had to take 1 off and put it in a cart that they had up there. I also bought 2 6-packs of bigger water bottles. I think they were either half gallons or gallons. They were also $3.98 for 6. So just maybe, to use those for cooking purposes or some other purpose than just drinking. Let me see. I bought 3 different case packs of soup. Some better soup than just a regular Campbell's can of soup. And I bought, and that's really it, I guess. So anyway, they were really stocked up. There was a gal in there, or an employee in there, who was, number one, if I was her, I'd be staying the frick away from people, right? But she wasn't. She was one of those people that felt like she had to tell everybody about the shipments and what they had yesterday and what they put out today. And I actually did a post on Facebook earlier where she said, if the truck stopped running right now, we're screwed. I mean, literally. But they had plenty of paper towels, plenty of toilet tissue. Might not be the brand you want, but they had it, right? Like she'll say, oh, today we have Bounty. Yesterday we had yada yada, whatever. She said they went through 20 pallets of the water that we normally buy, the $2.98, the 40 for $2.98. They went through 20 pallets yesterday. So, but they still had plenty of water, just different brands, different kinds. They had the 8-ounce bottles, 16-ounce bottles. They had the large ones like I got. Like I said, plenty of toilet tissue. It did seem that in areas, I do have pictures that I'm going to include, like I seen 1 pallet of beans, of pinto beans, and it was like almost gone. It was like down to the last row or 2. Usually those would all be stacked up and there'd be a whole section full of them, right? The long grain, like jasmine rice, the 20-pound or 50-pound bags, whatever they are. There was one of those over there, but there was only 1 pallet, so it was running low on. And the guy was changing signs on there, so I think they were I don't know if they were putting restrictions on those too. I should have read the signs and took pictures, I know, but I didn't. But plenty of other things. Anything that you can imagine that you probably wanted other than hand sanitizer, they have. And no mask, of course. I don't think they've ever carried like N95s or whatever. So, but, I could tell some people were probably doing what I was doing, topping it off. Some people probably in there buying a crap load of stuff, excuse my French, that have never have never stocked or prepped before. And then people just doing their regular shopping. You can tell. I mean, all they've got is a couple items in their cart and they're not, just going crazy. I mean, so, real civil, everybody just doing their own thing. You can tell people looking at your cart. What's he getting? What are they getting? What are they buying? That type of thing. But for the most part, like I said, I believe there's people like myself, and there's some other people that are paying attention that are saying, you know what, it might be smart to go do something. But there's other people that just don't give a rat's you know what. They're going to wait. They're not going to do anything. They think it's a hoax. They don't think it's real. You know what? If you think it's government engineered or bioengineered or it's fake or whatever, you know what? There's too many numbers out there right now of what's happening. It's spread all over the place. I do think our president did an excellent job within 3 weeks of cutting off the border from China, from letting people come in. And so that might be slow. But what you have to understand is the incubation period on this deal. That's the important thing. From 14 to 24 days, a person can be infected with this virus and not show any signs, and they can be out infecting other people. 14 to 21 days. Another one of the big things that happened was a lot of the original people that were tested, the tests were bad. People were let go and told, no, you're clean, and they weren't. Some people were shown positive and held and then released after 10 days, and they got sick again. So it's like a lot of people, here's what I'm telling people, don't listen to the government. Don't listen to them telling you, you don't need masks, don't do this, don't panic. I don't want you to panic. I just want you to be prepared. Replace panic with prepared. You'll feel so much better if you get a few supplies under your belt, knowing that if you need to hunker down, not going to work for a week or two or however long or whatever you need to do, if it hits your area, that you can make it. Because you're at that time, that's when you're going to want to say, you know what? I'm not going out of the house. I'm not going to go out there with a bunch of people that aren't paying attention. It's just not worth it. So, anyway, that was my Sam's deal today. These places, go early, go late, whatever. I think it's best to go early. Especially, right now, like I said, North Texas, there's cases down in Houston. I think it was up to 5 or 7 or 9, something like that. But I haven't heard of anything up in this area. And I think that's why people are being a little lax and just not getting excited about it right now. But, here's the reason why I already prepped. Just the real quick story, and I'm done. We moved to Florida for 2 years, back 2004 to 2006, for my wife's job. She was a big department store. She had worked for them in another department. She had an opportunity to become a manager and open up a brand new store in Florida, down around Miami and Dade County. And so we moved down there. The 2 years we were down there, we went through 8 hurricanes. 3 weeks after we were there, I was putting up hurricane shutters for the first time. I had never seen gas lines. I had never seen stores running out of food. People that lived down there longer than we did, we had just moved, panicking and going and buying gas lines, places running out of gas. Walk into a store, the entire shelves are empty. One bottle of water, you know what I mean? One loaf of bread or a bag of buns. It was unbelievable. So, and around that time is when the show Doomsday Preppers came on TV, and I started watching that, and I said, this makes sense. Why not put some things away to be ready so we don't have to go down there and deal with the crazy people? Because they think we're crazy, right? Because we're the ones that are preparing. But the ones that are crazy are the ones, you see the videos, how they're fighting over toilet paper online. It's just ridiculous. So that's how I got into it. And just, it's smart. It is smart. You have insurance for every other area of your life, for your home, for your car, for your health. Why not have some prepping insurance so when times get hard, something happens, you have to hunker down. You've got food, you've got water, you've got medical supplies. Let the crazy people do what they do, okay? So don't panic. Just get prepared. Go out and do what you can with what you got. whether it's $10, $20, $50, $100. Today, I spent $200. It wasn't all prepping stuff. There was some just regular stuff in there that my wife wanted some texture, you know, chips and things like that, and crackers and a couple things, and things that we use all the time, like the bath wash, and you know, so there were several things in there. The water. I mean, we have four people in this household. We go through a lot of bottled water. But anyway, so I digress and I say this. Take a deep breath. Be aware. Quit watching frickin' CNN and all that lamestream fake news media. Quit listening to what the government says. Get online. Watch some people like Full Spectrum Survival on YouTube, Zombie Farmer, Ice Age Farmer, all have good information. Zombie Farmer is probably not so much as far as keeping, you know, in track with this stuff, but Ice Age Farmer is very much into the food shortage, does great work in, you know, getting his information. And Full Spectrum Survival is one of my go-tos. So anyway, just go out there and find some people that don't have any other alternative motive. Yeah, some of them are making a living off YouTube. That's fine. But more than likely, if you find the good ones, they're not lying to you. They're giving you the real scoop. Something else that I subscribed to recently was Epoch Times. Okay? It's a newspaper that gives you the real news around the world, and with Trump and everything else. Not all the lamestream fake media, but this Epoch Times right here. I think I can't remember, $16 a month or something like that. You get one of these newspapers every month. If you see this right up here, this is a whole timeline from top to bottom. It's 31 inches by 40-some inches long of Spygate. Tells you all the people involved and exactly how it happens. I put that up last night. I also got the Epoch Times, America's fastest growing newspaper, kind of goes over their country. This one is the Life and Tradition, Education, Parenting, and Leadership edition. So far, I've received four of the weekly newspapers. I love it. Some of the best information to keep you informed on what's going on, the true information that's out there right now. So I'm going to try and find a link to put below where you can sign up. You know, I don't know if they give you, I think they give you a trial. Also, you can get the online version. You get it emailed to you. I got the whole deal. I get it emailed. I get this, so when I'm on the road, I don't get my papers. I can get it from my email. All right, guys. Breathe. Slow down, get prepared, don't panic, stay informed, be safe, be smart, common sense, people, common sense. Don't go to concerts, don't go to bars, don't go to all these places where the venues where there's tons of people, sporting events. There's plenty time in your life for that stuff. Right now, shut it down. Hell, don't even go to the store if you don't have to. Just order it and have it shipped to your house. I mean, seriously. But anyway, do what you got to do with what you have right now, but you got to do something. Thanks for watching. I know it's a long video. Please, if you haven't, subscribe. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. Please get down, subscribe. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video. I try to answer all comments, or at least like and heart them. When there's something that I can add, I'll definitely add it in there. But for the most part, stay fired up, stay focused. Let's stay free, okay? And let's stay alive. Get prepared. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Fired up.